In the small town lived two friends. A lady was excitedly visiting her friend's place to plan their upcoming trip together. As she entered her friend's house, an eerie sensation washed over her. The air seemed heavier, and she felt as though unseen eyes were watching her every move. She brushed off the feeling, attributing it to her imagination running wild. The two friends settled into the living room, spreading maps and travel guides across the coffee table. As they finalized their itinerary, she couldn't shake the feeling of being unwelcome in the house. Nonetheless, she tried to focus on their plans for the trip and dismissed the unsettling atmosphere as mere nerves. As the evening wore on, the sun dipped below the horizon. Both of them realized it was getting late. She had brought her sleeping clothes, intending to spend the night at her friend's house. In the dead of night, she was suddenly jolted awake by a loud banging sound. Her heart pounded as she opened her eyes to find Sarah standing in front of the wall, violently banging her head. Terrified, she reached out to turn on the lamp beside the bed, hoping to snap Sarah out of whatever trance she was in. But as the light filled the room, the disturbing image vanished, and Sarah was peacefully asleep on the other side of the bed. She trembled with fear, unsure of what she had just witnessed. The next morning, she recounted the haunting experience to Sarah, who merely laughed it off, attributing it to a weird dream or sleep paralysis. Despite her unease, she decided to stay for a bit longer, determined to enjoy their time together. However, she couldn't shake the feeling that something malevolent lurked within the house. As she was about to leave, she warned Sarah again to be careful and pay attention to any unusual occurrences. "I've been having weird vibes here, Sarah. Just promise me you'll be cautious," her friend pleaded. Sarah thanked her for the concern but assured her that it was probably nothing to worry about. Later that night, as she was about to enter her car to head back home, a blood-curdling scream pierced the night air. She immediately ran back inside and found Sarah lying on the floor, her mouth wide open, and her body twitching uncontrollably. Terrified and desperate to help her friend, her mind raced. Unbeknownst to everyone, she also has knowledge and practices the occult. Gathering her courage, she approached Sarah and placed her palm on her friend's forehead. She whispered incantations, trying to counteract the malevolent entity's hold on her friend. Sarah's body convulsed and she let out gut-wrenching screams that echoed through the house. She noticed a black vial liquid oozing from Sarah's ears, and she knew the entity's grip was weakening. In the midst of her struggle to save her friend, she heard a sinister, familiar laugh that sent shivers down her spine. It was the same laugh she had encountered before when she banished a demon. With sheer determination, she persisted, using her knowledge and strength to battle the dark entity. Eventually, the laughter subsided and Sarah's body stopped trembling. The entity was forced to retreat. Sarah's unconscious form lay still, and a sense of relief washed over her. She knew that the battle wasn't over, but for now, she had protected her friend from the malevolent force that sought to possess her. From that day forth, Kathy and Sarah's bond grew even stronger. Kathy still kept her occult practices a secret, but made a silent promise to herself to always be vigilant and protect those she cared about from the darkness that lurked in the shadows.